So I'm watching a trailer the other day, and it's about a documentary, an upcoming documentary, and it looks pretty good. It's got all the flashy documentary style editing that you come to expect from a cutting edge documentary of today's world. And this documentary is called Countdown to Zero, and it addresses the nuclear issue, which is a very important issue. And of course, it's going through the whole thing, and it's giving us all these crazy stats and figures and things to think about that are fucking scary, okay? I'm about 20 seconds into it, and as I do every time I hear about the threat of nuclear weapons and the figures and facts around it, I'm already shitting myself very slowly at this point. It's just starting to run, out and down my leg. It's pretty scary. And, by about 50 seconds in, the shit is full blown, it's emptied out by the time they get halfway through the advertisement for this documentary, and then you start to wonder, because sure, they're throwing out all these crazy stats that scare everyone, like there's enough nuclear weapons on the planet to blow a trail all the way to Uranus and back around Neptune and then back into Uranus and then back to the world. Yeah, so many nuclear weapons on the planet that if there were a nuclear war and we wanted to explode every single one of them, we couldn't, because by the time we ran through about halfway through the fucking stockpile of nukes, humanity would be extinct. That's how many fucking weapons we have. It's crazy. I know this. So then you start to wonder, well, are they going to offer a solution? And they do offer a solution. And it's like and the way they present it is that this is the end all. This is the defining solution that's going to fix the problem. Because the problem is pretty serious, man. And the problem is this. Human beings are fucking savages. They're savages. And these fucking mongrel, savage, angry, violent creatures on this fucking little rock out in the middle of space have somehow or another managed to develop nuclear technology, the technology and the ability to wipe everything out, including their own race, on the entire planet before they were able to develop the ability to get along with one another. Before we were able to develop the ability to just allow other people to exist. We can't even do that. We can't even just let other people exist. We don't like your fucking skin color. We don't like your fucking religion. We don't like the way you live your life. We don't like the fact that you exist that way. So we're gonna fucking kill your ass. If there's one thing that humans do well, it's kill people. We're the best. We kill people like no other. Mother Nature comes pretty close, or tries. But even then, half the time, it's our own involvement that raises the death toll as high as it does. We are good at killing people. I mean, look at lions and tigers. I mean, these are beasts engineered by evolution to kill. Engineered to kill. That's all they are, is fucking killing machines. And how many people or human beings do lions and tigers kill every year? Actually, in India, I guess the numbers are quite high. Maybe it's 50, maybe it's 100 or 200. I doubt it's that high, but hell, I'll tell you what, lions and tigers, let's give them 10,000. Head start. 10,000 people head start, lions and tigers. All right? Now let's see who can kill more people this year, us or them. Because I tell you what, the sad reality is, we would have whooped their ass by week 2, week 1, something like that. Even if we gave them a 10,000 head start, man, we were good at killing. People kill people better than anything can kill people. And now we have nuclear bombs, man. It's not good. So here comes their solution. Here it is. The voice gets all serious, it's all like, there's only one way to stop the threat of nuclear weapons to mankind, and that's this. End all nuclear weapons. Eradicate them from the planet entirely. Get rid of them all. It's so simple. Why am I so stupid? Why didn't I see this? Why didn't I realize there's a problem? Just get rid of all of them. That fixes the problem, man. All you have to do is get rid of all the nukes. It was just staring us in the face the whole time. The only problem is, I personally do not believe that is a realistic goal. At this point, I think it's naive and stupid to think that it's a realistic goal. Now, of course, I want to know your opinion about this. I want to know what you guys think. Is this a realistic goal? Is it something that can be achieved? Can we get rid of all the nuclear weapons on the entire planet? And if we did, would that completely eliminate the threat of anyone having a nuclear weapon? Because I believe the desire will still be there. Certainly the knowledge will still be there. The know-how, still there. The reason why I don't think it'll work, here, I have a brilliant fucking analogy that kind of explains my position, I'd say, perfectly well. Let's take it back to the mafia days, right? Okay, we got Al Capone and his top bosses, and then we've got Lucky Luciano and his boss men. Then we got Scarface and his group of boss men. And they're in a mafia war, violent, crazy mafia war, and they decide to all get together and have a little sit down. Let's go somewhere the cops won't, bother us. The industrial, end of town. We'll go into a smelting factory of some kind that's no one's in there right now. They all sit down and they all like, hey, there's been lots of violence. Lots of our people have been getting killed on all sides. How do we find a solution to this? And so one of the boss men comes up with a brilliant fucking plan. He's like, yo, most of the deaths and killings seem to come from gunplay. How about this? All of us, we get rid of all the guns. In all the different factions, all the different mafias, all the different groups. And Lucky Luciano and Al Capone and Scarface all look at each other and they're like, that's fucking brilliant. And everyone just like, hell yeah, that's a great idea. Everyone shakes hands. They all pull out their guns, their pieces right there, their Tommy guns, their handguns, their pistols, and they all fucking throw it in a giant smelter, a furnace that's blazing while they're having their little meeting. And you can see all the guns are all piled up and like the little wooden handles on some of them like spark and then burst into flame, and the whole thing melts into one big giant blob of metal that could never shoot anybody ever. And they think they've done a great thing. Well, how long do you think it would be before some members of some of the gangs, one or two of the other gang, would start packing something special secretively? Packing heat, like in their boot, just in case. Because I would submit to you that that would be happening at the very meeting, on that very day. As everyone's pulling out all their weapons, some of them are still going to have a weapon hidden somewhere. Some of them are still going to try to get a weapon, because what if members of the other gang actually still have weapons? Because if we say, okay, well, all right, let's say the world does agree, the whole world agrees, let's get rid of all the nukes, give peace a chance, yeah, let's do this. And everyone starts getting rid of the nukes. They start breaking them down. They start destroying their nuclear supply, and it gets down. The United States has 10 nuclear weapons left. Rachel Maddow gets on the news and she's all, well, it's official. There's only 10 nuclear weapons left in the world, and the United States has them, and the plan to get rid of them is for the next hour or so, and we will live in a nuclear-free world. Hour later, the president gets on for a giant press conference, and he's like, well, we've done it. The last nuclear weapon has now been destroyed. The world is now free of the threat of nuclear weapons. And we've done this, and there are none left. None whatsoever, I swear to God. We don't have any more. All of them are gone. Trust us. Because how many weapons do you think the United States would still have if that happened? What's your guess? If the United States came out and everyone else said they got rid of all theirs, the United States came out and said, we have absolutely gotten rid of every single nuclear weapon in our stockpile, so, therefore, vis-a-vis, the fucking world is free of nuclear weapons, and there are none left whatsoever. How many do you think the United States would still have stowed secretly? Fully operational nuclear weapons. How many do you think they'd have? Because if you're a glass half full kind of a guy, and you're hoping that the government would be at least mostly committed to the idea of no nuclear weapons, then you're going to say, well, come on, man. Come on, OG. They would only have like 20, maybe 50. If you're not quite that fucking believable of the government in these matters like this, then you'll say, oh, man, well, come on. 100, 150, If you're a little bit more glasses half empty kind of a guy, you're like 500, 600, maybe 700. The point is, not a single person watching this video right now is going to guess 0. Not a single person is going to say, come on, OG, if they said all the nuclear weapons were gone, they destroyed all of them, then all the weapons are gone, man. You have to take it on faith, man. You don't know, you have to take it on faith, man. If they say all of them are gone and it's the government, then they're all gone. What are you, a conspiracy theorist? Okay, look, if you were to tell me that, if you really think that if the United States made that announcement that all the weapons really would be gone and we wouldn't have any up our sleeve, then you need to This video is not for you. The level of thinking required is not for you. You need to go ahead and turn the video off and go look for Barney or Sesame Street or something like that. In fact, I'll give you a moment. Just go hit the little, it's a little square button on the bottom there. Hit the little square, okay? Then go type in, up on the bar there, type in Inspector Gadget. And go watch some Inspector Gadget, okay? Because that's going to be more along the lines with, you know, your ability to understand and comprehend. I'll even give you a second to go do that. Okay. I'm going to go into this documentary and I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to watch it with an open mind. I'm going to watch it with the goal of being convinced, because I would love for the world to be free of nuclear weapons. Don't get me wrong. So I'm going to go into this documentary with the goal of being convinced that this is a realistic effort, because I'm going to go in there hoping that there's some figures and stats and aspects of this that I haven't thought of, because yes, there are plenty of things that I originally looked at and thought about and then didn't look into it further, and then discovered after I did look into it further that, oh gee whiz, there's other angles to this that I hadn't anticipated. I'm going into this thing with the goal in mind of being convinced. And then after I watch it, I'm going to make another video as a follow-up, and then we'll find out where I'm at with the whole thing. Was I convinced? In the meantime, you guys, I want you to weigh in on this. Let me know. I know Got That Funk did a video about nuclear weapons a little while ago, and I wanted to make a response to his video about it. In fact, now I can't even fucking remember what exactly the point of the video was, but all I remember, it was good, it was entertaining. I'll probably go ahead and post this one as a response to that one anyway, even though it might not have anything to do with what he was talking about. All I know is Got That Funk made an interesting video about this a while ago, and he is ahead of it, ahead of the game. Because now I have a feeling that with this movie coming out, maybe more people will start talking about it. It might become an interesting, it might become a subject that's more discussed. So until next time, thank you for watching. I really don't think you're a mongrel, you know? If you're a subscriber of mine, if you're subscribed to my channel, I don't think you're a mongrel. I think you're awesome. So until next time, let's all hope that we don't get blown up. Peace.